Well, it is Wednesday, the second day of February 2022. Good evening and welcome to NewsWatch on Hope TV, where you look and live. I'm Tess Jenga and my sign language interpreter is Fiona Mweresa. Let us begin on a political note. Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka has dismissed reports that the One Kenya Alliance will join Azimio la Umoja movement. Speaking while signing a new coalition pact with NARC Kenya on Wednesday, Kalonzo said the alliance will not fold up to join another formation, but rather will invite other formations to join OCA. As Kennedy Kimani now reports, One Kenya Alliance has announced that it will deposit its coalition agreement to the Registrar of Political Parties on the 28th of February, which now constitutes of Wiper Party led by Kalonzo Musyoka, Gideon Moi of KANU, Cyrus Jirongo UDP, and NARC Kenya Party led by Martha Karua.
One Kenya Alliance has signed a coalition agreement with the NARC Kenya Party following the exit of Musalia Mudavadi's ANC Party and Moses Wetangula's Ford Kenya. While signing the coalition pact at the Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka Command Center, Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka dismissed reports that One Kenya Alliance will join Azimio la Umoja movement, saying the alliance will not fold up to join another formation, but rather will invite other formations to join OCA.
The technical team have done a beautiful job. They will brief the principals on that, and we will. I'm quite sure. You know, now these are people who know each other very well. You don't expect any disagreements, even on the power sharing matrix or whatever the matrix or the structure of our own leadership. I don't think there'll be any issues. We will be moving. The important thing is the commonality of approach and interest, always guided by what is in the best interest of Kenyans.
OCA leaders now say the agreement will be officially deposited with the Registrar of Political Parties on the 28th of February.
We have finalized on the OCA coalition agreement, which details the nature and extent of our political engagement and cooperation as partners. Therefore, on Monday, February 28th, 2022, we shall officially deposit it with the Register of Political Parties as OCA coalition.
NARC Kenya leader Martha Karua, who has been part of the Mount Kenya Unity Forum, which brings together several party leaders from the Vote Ridge Central region, clarified that the Mount Kenya Unity Forum and OCA have been engaging on the possibility of working together ahead of the upcoming polls.
Mount Kenya Unity Forum, which met yesterday, had already initiated talks with OCA, parallel to NARC Kenya's talk, because I also lead NARC Kenya Party. And you have heard the statement that this coalition is open to the like-minded. Without anticipating debate, those talks are ongoing, seriously.
The signing of the coalition pact by OCA is seen as a strategy to counter the two-horse race narrative influence of Deputy President William Ruto and former Prime Minister Raila Odinga. Kennedy Kimani, Hope TV Newswatch.
On politics, ANC party leader Musalia Mudavadi has today led the Kenya Kwanza campaigns in Naivasha in the absence of Deputy President William Ruto. While drumming up support for the coalition, Mudavadi said that they have united because they understand and accept that Kenya is bigger, urging Kenyans to enable them win the elections in the first round so that they can embark on the business of building the economy and the country. Musalia, who has labeled Raila as a state project, asked the residents to reject the Azimio la Umoja movement, adding that the Kenya Kwanza Alliance is about uniting and serving Kenyans. He was accompanied by, among others, Ford Kenya Party leader Moses Wetangula, members of Parliament Rigathi Gachagua and Aden Duale.
Naivasha ni Kenya ndogo. Jamii zote za Kenya ziko hapa Naivasha. Na tunakumbuka yale majanga ya siasa Naivasha yamepitia. Ndio sisi tumekuja kuwaambia na kuhakikishia Kenya Kwanza inataka kuleta umoja na upendo kwa wananchi wa Kenya. Tunataka ukiwa hapa Naivasha, ukiona mtu mwingine hata akiwa jamii gani, unamuona tu ni Mkenya mwenzako, na tupendane, tufanye kazi pamoja. Hapa Naivasha ilikuwa ni nguzo ya uchumi wa Kenya.
1997 aliwekwa chini na Moi, si ndio? Akasimama 2007 Kibaki akaweka chini, akasimama 2013 Uhuru akamweka chini, akasimama 2017 Uhuru akamweka chini. Nyinyi mkiangalia hasa tukiwa na hao viongozi, tunaweza shindana na yeye,
Tuliona tushikane ili tupate ushindi tarehe 9 round 1. Hatutaki watu waseme turudie kura. Wakenya wanaumia, hatuna pesa, tuna madeni, tunataka tukukue uchumi ili maisha ya yule mdogo iinuke. Mnajua project? Sisi tumekataa mradi wa serikali, mradi ambao umeundwa na wale mabwenyenye. Tumekataa katakata. Hebu nione wale wamekataa project. Mumekataa kabisa. Haya.
Moving on, former Youth Principal Secretary Lilian Omolo is set to vie for the Embu senatorial seat despite facing numerous graft charges at the National Youth Service. The PS, who will battle it out with 8 others on the 9th of August this year, has been fighting to clear her name after numerous court appearances. Speaking at her home in Embu County, where she announced her interest in the political seat, Omolo said her court case will not affect her political ambitions. Grace Wangoi has more.
The embattled former Youth Principal Secretary PS Lilian Omolo, who is facing graft charges in the 9 billion shillings National Youth Service scandal, has declared interest to vie for Embu senatorial seat in the forthcoming polls. Until now, Omolo has maintained a low profile since 2018 when she was implicated in the mega corruption case.
Today is the first day actually that I'm going public, that I'll be seeking the office of the Senator Embu County. So I have invited my village neighbors, my immediate village neighbors, because I needed to start at home.
Speaking from her rural home in Rukira village, Manyata constituency, Embu County on Tuesday, Omolo declined to comment on the case against her and the possible effect it might have on her bid, saying she wanted to focus on her plans of helping Embu residents.
Senator kazi yake si mingi, ni kutetea tu pesa ya Embu. Ile katiba imetupatia pesa ambayo imegawiwa watu wa Embu, hiyo ndio kazi yangu.
Omolo maintains that her party of choice will be determined by her supporters. She joins an already jammed race that has attracted 8 other candidates, saying she will inject fresh energy and progressive leadership acquired over 2 decades and experience gathered in public service as well as the private sector.
So I understand the role of a senator. I know what needs to be done. If in Senate you don't have a person who's worked within the mainstream government, and I've been in government as a CEO for about 7 years under the Ministry of Planning. I've been a PS for 2 years, and I think it's time that I used what is in my head, what is in my knowledge, what's in my experience to help our people.
The former PS has put up a spirited fight to prove her innocence over the graft charges leveled against her alongside 34 others. Grace Wangoi for Hope TV Newswatch.
Now, the Kilifi County Government and the National Government Administration have embarked on a village-to-village COVID-19 vaccination campaign in Malindi sub-county. The teams will also visit secondary schools and places of worship, as well as markets, weddings, and funeral venues to sensitize the public on the importance of vaccination against the deadly virus and vaccinate those willing to have the jabs. Dolly Mwirigi tells us more.
With the number of COVID-19 cases in the country increasing by day, the coastal region has embarked on COVID-19 vaccination campaign. This includes village-to-village visits in Malindi, Kilifi County to sensitize Kenyans on vaccination and its importance. Malindi Deputy County Commissioner Thuo Ngugi and Sub-County Medical Officer of Health Emily Karisa say the sub-county has been placed on a 10-day Rapid Result Initiative RRI to vaccinate 12,634 residents.
Chief afanye juhudi zake, mbinu zake kulingana na vile anaelewa sublocation yake ama location yake, ahakikishe ya kwamba zile target wamepewa, kila chief na assistant chief amesomewa target zake. Within the next 10 days ahakikishe amefikisha hiyo idadi. Na mimi naamini tukishirikiana na hii timu ya Ministry of Health na timu yetu ya administration tutaweza kufanya hiyo kazi. Wananchi wetu tunataka kuwahimiza wapokee huu mradi kwa sababu ni kwa manufaa yao.
The Department of Health has formed 13 teams that will work with chief, assistant chiefs, village elders and Nyumba Kumi ambassadors to comb the entire sub-county to create awareness as well as administer vaccination to be converted.
Wapokee huu mradi kwa sababu ni kwa manufaa yao. Ni kwa manufaa ya nchi yetu ya Kenya. Nchi haiwezi endelea kama watu ni wagonjwa. Na tunahimiza wale ambao wana spread ujumbe wa uongo ya kwamba hii chanjo iko na maneno mengine ambayo haieleweki, sijui inazuia watu wasizae. Hiyo ni propaganda ambayo haisaidii Kenya yetu. Tunataka wananchi wajitokeze na wawe na imani kwa serikali ya kwamba serikali imewaletea chanjo ili waweze kuwa na afya bora, ili waweze kusaidika katika maisha yao.
Health Medical Officer Emily Karisa said her department had already received consent from the Sub-County Director of Education to visit secondary schools to talk to teachers and students and administer the jab, saying her department had initiated community dialogues to educate wananchi on the importance of vaccination and expressed joy that the engagement had started yielding fruits.
Kufikia sahi kama Malindi Sub-County tumechanja watu takriban watu 26 ambayo ni 23% tumewafikia, na wale wako fully vaccinated ni 18,462 ambayo ni 16%. Kwa hivyo tunajivunia kama gatuzi ndogo la Malindi tukiwa sisi ndo tunaongoza Kilifi County, lakini bado hatujafikia ile target ambayo tulipewa. Kama Malindi Sub-County yote tulipewa target ya 1,115 tufikie. Tukifikia hawa watu wote tutakuwa tumefanya Malindi kuwa safe zone kwa mambo ya COVID-19 disease.
Dolly Marigi, Hope TV, Newswatch.
Moi University students at the School of Health Sciences will stay longer at home following the ongoing doctor-lecturers strike. The strike started in October 2021, and the lecturers, who are also doctors at the Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital, insist they have no plan to call it off. In a media briefing, in Eldoret town, the Kenya Medical Practitioners and Dentists Union officials say that within the over 2 months they have been on strike, Moi University has not given them any offer, but have instead threatened and intimidated them with show cause letters. Led by KMPDU National Chairman Dr. Devji Atela, the lecturers say they will only return to teaching once the university pays them their allowances. The doctoral lecturers are demanding over 200 million Kenya shillings from Moi University.
Solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong.
Today is approximately the 70th day, and the strike's resolve is continuing because we have not our demands, which we gave to the management of Moi University about 2-3 months ago, have not yet been met. The university has been on a hide and seek game with KMPDU, and we have not had an opportunity to sit even engage with them because they received monies from the ministry, which was negotiated through our 2017 CBA. So we are asking the university management to come out clear and sit down with the KMPDU through a return to work formula and paying our doctors all those monies. Unless such is done, then this strike has no option but to continue.
But as we all know, that the right to be paid the funds that is meant for you cannot be covered by any action from the university. So we are still demanding that the university need to take action and the management need to act urgently. Otherwise, the doctors will remain out until that is sorted. Ideally, the funds were released from the treasury and not only to Moi University. These funds were released to all the public university to pay all the doctor lecturers based on the CBA 2017 agreement. But only Moi University has been playing a lot of chicanery and a lot of games with these particular funds.
Let us now take our first break on NewsWatch Tonight. We have plenty more after the break.
We don't know why, but Friday sees more smiles than any other weekday. Come on. We'd like to be part of the reasons you smile. Every Friday at 11:30 a.m. on Hope Junction, we play the latest jams plus your requests.
This is my God, my strength and song. Be glorified.
If your favorite song tells your story better, let the whole world hear it.
Look to Jesus and receive whatever you may need. You will surely receive.
What's the 9,000 doing? I can't believe my eyes! One of us.
Yes! I knew they could do it! But how? Get ready for a super surprise this coming Sunday with all new super episodes.
Who will join me?
They're delivering bread and meat to Elijah. All new super adventures, all new super season. I'm Chris.
I'm Joy, and this is Gizmo. You should come with me.
Let's have fun while learning from Chris, Joy, and Gizmo.
What are you doing?
All new Superbook Season 4 exclusive to Hope TV, where you look and live.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at COVID-19 statistics today. 119 people have tested positive for COVID-19 from a sample size of 4,808 tested in the last 24 hours. The positivity rate is now at 2.5%. Total confirmed positive cases are 321,671. While cumulative tests so far conducted are 3,233,831. This is even as 574 patients have recovered from the disease, pushing the total recoveries in the country to 295,433. At the same time, 6 people have succumbed from the disease, bringing the cumulative fatalities to 5,593. As of February 1st, 2022, a total of 12,652,991 vaccines have been administered across the country. 6,636,392 are partially vaccinated, while 5,752,724 are fully vaccinated. Another 100,679 are doses administered to those between 15 to 18 years, while 162,196 are booster doses. Kisii Central Sub-County Police Commander Peter Kimani has commended efforts to tackle mental health challenges among police officers in Kisii County, adding that they have achieved considerable progress. Speaking at annual celebration, the commander regretted the condition had led to some of police officers taking their own lives in different parts of the country. The police commander disclosed that a team led by County Police Commander Francis Colley is conducting guidance and counseling sessions on officers in the field. Kimani assured residents of underway strategies to beef security during the election period, saying a peaceful environment will be sustained at whatever cost. Aspirants to political seats in the polls were urged to embrace peace and refrain from public utterances that might ignite ethnic animosity leading to violence.
You are aware that our police officers, right now we are having incidences of mental health problems. We have had incidences of police officers killing themselves, shooting themselves due to mental health issues. Here in Kisii, we are a step forward because we have a team that is going around sensitizing and counseling our officers on mental health awareness, led by our very able county commander, Mr. Koholi, who is not here with us today, but he sent his salams and well wishes to you. That team is going around. The other day it was in Nyamache where they had lectures with police officers on mental health awareness. Also, you are aware that 2022 is an election year during August. You are aware that our senior officers were in Nairobi on Thursday and Friday planning. And here we have also started making contingency plans on how we are going to cover the election period to ensure that this period is going to be a successful year, a peaceful one. I only want to take this opportunity to urge the politicians, those aspiring for elective posts, to do it peacefully without inciting members of the public and the electorate, and also uttering words that could actually make people start what we call tribal hatred.
Moving on, a Garissa court has today allowed police to hold 3 suspects behind the poisoning of Garissa-nominated MCA Queen Teresia for an additional 5 days. Bernard Katana, who was arraigned in court last week, appeared alongside Josephine Bula, a house help alleged to have attempted to murder the MCA by mixing her prescribed syrup with liquid substance suspected to be poison on January 11th. The third suspect, Emily Ndunge, who has been on the run since the incident, was also arraigned after she was arrested in Mwingi by the police. The prosecution, led by Victor Awor, urged the court to detain the suspect to allow for the results of the recovered suspected poison substances to be forwarded to government chemists in Nairobi for analysis. Chief Magistrate Cosmas Maundu granted the request and ordered that the trio be detained at Madogo Police Station until Monday next week, when their bail request will be determined. Maundu said that the offense being investigated is serious and complex.
Saying that this application is similar to the one made in miscellaneous application number E021 of 2022 and the miscellaneous application E013 of 2022. The submissions made in all the 3 files are the same. Therefore, the orders made in this file will apply to the other 2 files. That is the file of Josephine and the Katana. First of all, I take notice of the fact that the offense being investigated is serious and appears to be complex. Secondly, the period of 5 days being sought by the prosecution appears to be reasonable, as much as the respondents are entitled to bond their constitutional right to bond is not absolute. Bond can be denied where there are good reasons to do so. We find that the report from the government chemist will directly affect the direction this case will take.
Let's now cross borders. Local authorities have reported that 26 people were killed today when an overhead high voltage cable fell into a water-filled ditch at a market in DR Congo's capital, Kinshasa. The ditch runs across the popular Matadi Kibala food market in the west of the city, a sprawling metropolis of more than 10 million people. Most of the people killed were traders and customers, and some passerbys. Investigations have been opened to establish responsibility. Videos circulating on social media showed dead bodies slammed over market stalls with their legs immersed in muddy waters, in some cases up to the knees. In Kinshasa, which is vulnerable to tropical downpours, several districts are prone to flooding as a result of poorly maintained colonial-era drainage systems. Now, Kenya, Somalia, and Ethiopia have raised the alarm about the latest climate change in the Horn of Africa as herders and others try to keep themselves and their animals alive. UNICEF on Tuesday said that more than 6 million people in Ethiopia are expected to need urgent humanitarian aid by mid-March. In neighboring Somalia, more than 7 million people need urgent help, according to the Somali NGO consortium, pleading with international donors to give much more, as this could be the region's worst drought in 40 years. UNICEF estimates that more than 150,000 children in such areas of Ethiopia have dropped out of school to help fetch scarce water and handle other chores. UNICEF's Ethiopia's representative told a UN briefing in Geneva that some water sources were drying up or already dry, and pointed to the need to rehabilitate wells, drill boreholes, and get water to health and nutrition systems. And Guinea-Bissau's President Umaro Sissoco has declared that peace has returned to the country after Tuesday's failed coup attempt. The president spoke to the media after announcing on social networks that the situation was under control.
With a number of COVID-19
On Tuesday,
cases in the country
palace was under attack for several hours while the president and prime minister were inside. The president said that the attempted coup had been thwarted, with many people dying on either side of the attack. The former Portuguese colony has seen 4 military coups since gaining independence from Portugal in 1974, most recently in 2012. In 2014, the country vowed to return to constitutional government, but has enjoyed little stability since then, as the armed forces enjoy substantial influence. Let's take another short break on NewsWatch tonight. Business news is coming up.
The Bible is unchanging and timeless, and its words are relevant for every generation. Join Dr. David Jeremiah each week on Turning Point as he delivers the unchanging Word of God to an ever-changing world. With his sincere, straightforward teaching style, David Jeremiah provides a rich study of Scripture from which you can find spiritual strength, encouragement, and guidance for today's world. Join Dr. Jeremiah every week on Turning Point, right here on this station.
continue with business. Tatu City has partnered with Access Afya, a healthcare enterprise that delivers high-quality and localized healthcare for low-income markets, to open a clinic to serve the community around the 5,000-acre new city. Under the Kurafa Medical Clinic franchise, the facility improves access to primary healthcare for the community by providing chronic care, family planning, lab testing, child immunizations and nutrition, pre- and postnatal care, general outpatient consultations, and first aid. The clinic, located conveniently near the Tatu City entrance, will serve more than 10,000 local community members and thousands of workers in the city. Speaking during the launch, head of city management Tatu City, Paminas Marisi, said they are delighted to open this facility as part of their commitment to social transformation and improving the lives of the local community through capacity building and accessible healthcare.
We don't just want this facility to be here in Tatu City, but also to make sure that the services that they are offering are actually quality services, and also they are affordable to the members of the local community. So we anticipate that this facility will be able to serve at least 10,000 members of the local community, most of which work within the wider Tatu City development, which is a 5,000-acre development, and of course the rest of the members that work outside the city but reside within. So we are really happy today that we have this facility now up and running officially. This now assists us to be able to make sure that going forward we can be able to have patients that normally ask for such services within Tatu are getting the required services.
80% of Kenyans lack health insurance, and that means a lot of people are paying out of pocket for healthcare. And so for casual laborers, people who are earning daily wages, whose healthcare needs are obviously continuing amongst and competing against the other needs that they have for themselves and for their families, it competes with their daily wages, their monthly wages, and so it has been central for us to make sure that affordability is key to the services that are delivered.
Stanbic Bank Kenya has today officially signed the Women Empowerment Principles WEPS, highlighting the bank's unwavering support towards women. The WEP is established by the UN Global Compact, and UN Women are a set of standards that provide businesses with guidance on how to promote gender equality and women's empowerment in the workplace, marketplace, and community. Under this partnership with the UN, the bank will be contributing to the social and economic pillars because of a solid understanding of the impact that women have and the importance of creating opportunities and healthy environments for them to thrive and reach their potential. Speaking during the signing ceremony, Stanbic Bank Kenya Chief Executive Charles Mudiwa said their commitment to women is reinforced by their It Can Be brand promise, which drives them to empower and invest in individuals and help reach their potential.
Stanbic Bank Kenya enters a global network of like-minded companies, and through the Women's Empowerment Principles platform, will receive guidance on advancing gender equality and women's empowerment in the workplace, the marketplace, and the community.
Private sector plays a very important part in helping countries achieve the sustainable development goals, of which one is SDG 5 on gender equality and empowerment of women. So we thought through that and said, how can we concretely bring private sector on board? So there's a lot that they can do. The examples that Stanbic Bank shared here are one such critical example. The funding, making funding available, making skills available, because that's also something that's really needed. When we look at youth, when we look at women, what skills can they be supported with so that they can compete in this market that is changing every time?
So what we're giving them is two types of money. We're giving them lending, which is normal commercial banking loans. But what also we've done is we've got some grant money that we're doing through our foundation, where we're giving them what we call shoeshine loans, if you want to use them like that. You know, for the average woman, what we saw was that when COVID happened, and with the shutdown as a result of COVID, a lot of people, if I use a vernacular word, I hope you don't mind me saying this, ate the capital they used. Because they had all this money they used. Remember, they would go and order and supply their commodities. And then because there was a lockdown, they virtually used that money to survive. Now, when the economy reopened, they did not have the capital to start up. So what we have done is working with the counties. We started this program in Nanyuki. We're working in Nakuru, in Meru. We did something in Mombasa. What we're doing is giving them small loans, which are actually at 0% interest, minus an administration fee, for them to restart their businesses.
And Toolkit iSkills Limited, in partnership with Safaricom Foundation and Zizi Afrique, issued National Construction Authority accreditation to 70 students in construction trades at the Waithaka Vocational Center. Among the students, 48 were trained under the Safaricom Foundation Scholarship Program. The accreditation means the students are legally recognized as construction workers who will adhere to the highest professional and ethical standards. In 2021, the Waithaka Vocational Training Center enrolled 100 students under the program, with 96 students set to get internship opportunities between January and March this year. Zizi Afrique, who are the program managers, offered mentorship to the students, while Toolkit iSkills TTI Limited provided life skills training and placement opportunities for the students.
This program, we have one category where they have no skills at all and no experience in the trade. So we take them through the NITA grade 3, which is the starting stage. And after getting the certification of NITA, we take them to the industry for work-based training, which many people call the attachment. And after that, we lead them to job opportunities. In our partnership with the Safaricom, we have the main role of training in life skills. And in life skills, we want to train them about communication, how they can express themselves, how they can be able to do a CV as a Juakali man, and create a file.
Happy about that. The government policy that whoever works in the construction sector must be accredited. That is to confirm that they actually have the skills that they are saying that they have. Because unfortunately, again, because of need, we've had very many people joining the sector, but they don't have any skills. So accreditation is very important because it shows that these people actually have the skills. And working hand in hand with TTI, as well as the National Construction Authority, what we are doing is ensuring that these young people that we are sponsoring through Safaricom get the best skills and can actually be accredited by the National Construction Authority, so that the minute they complete the training, they can easily get absorbed into the jobs without any fear of, God forbid, them being the cause of some buildings collapsing.
Well, that concludes NewsWatch tonight. On behalf of the whole team that has made this bulletin a success, thank you for watching. I'm Tess Njenga, and my sign language interpreter is Fiona Mweresa. Before you leave, take a look at tomorrow's weather forecast. Have a good night and God bless.